A monster matchup.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this guy Saka, I've been praising since day one. Someone who has a great versatility in his game, the right attitude, very clever in how he operates around the pitch, and I think he has the potential to excel in most attacking positions. But when it comes down to it, I'd actually love to see him operate in a number 10 for a spell. I think he could thrive there.
I'm inclined to agree. That was very necessary. He can run onto that. And now the breakaway. And it's played forward. Climbs up big! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Bernardo Silva. Cherki. Played out wide. Semenyo. Great defending, strong and determined. Rice. Saka. Now it's Haaland. Matheus Nunes. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Saka. Ooh, a delicate chip through. And it's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Gehi, gently done. Semenyo is onto it in a flash. Martinelli. Incapuyi. Gabriel moved on forwards. And it's Eze. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Semenyo. Bernardo Silva. Rodri, forwards and with intent. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Rice. Timber. Eze. Doku. Gabriel. Zubimendi. Saliba. That's really well manoeuvred. Gehi gets across to intercept that. Martinelli. Rice. Zubimendi. Incapuyi. That's a good run down the left. Martinelli. Doku. O'Reilly. Gehi. Kusanov. It's a quick ball upfield. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Semenyo. And the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Semenyo is offering a right smile there.
Saliba shifted upfield. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And claimed it back swiftly. Cherki, great ball if he can get there. Haaland!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Gabriel aimed forwards. Capier. And here's Martinelli. Oh, that's nice. Delivers the ball. Gehi clears it away. Gehi gently done. Bernardo Silva. Haaland chasing after it.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Timber, now he's got space here. Cherki, Rodri, shifted upfield. Martinelli calmly anticipates. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Short changes him with that pass. Moved on forwards. And it's Eze. Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's a mighty effort! He's got a goal! Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Doku. O'Reilly. Doku. That's tidy. Saka makes the interception. Martinelli. Incapuyi. That's really well manoeuvred. Semenyo. Gehi. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Doku. Doku. O'Reilly. Cherki. Gabriel. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Zubimendi. Long ball looking to counter. Oh, Red, nice interception. Matheus Nunes. And it's played forward. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Zubimendi, forwards and with intent. And it's played forward. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Capie shifted upfield. Zubimendi. Capie. And here's Martinelli. Oh, sweet feet. There's a chance for a shot! Saka. Played into the middle. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Semenyo. Bernardo Silva. Thinks one through. Good ball over the top. Rice. Martinelli. Martinelli played out to the left flank. Oh, such a clever touch. Rodri attempts a clearance. Gehi. Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly, gently done. Martinelli. Incapuyi. Oh, what a ball! Good challenge, excellent challenge. Nice looking ball. Now it's Doku. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Semenyo. Now then, the ball's come loose. Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly. And here's Doku. Zubimendi. Saka. Eze. Timber. Played out to the right. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Gets it away. Lovely feet. Capier. Martinelli. Chooses to... There's the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Donnarumma trying to keep this in. There are a few waiting for it. And here's Eze. Can he finish? Rice given the lift of his goal. And here's... And the finish! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's Eze. Semenyo concedes a free kick for that. Saka. Nice control. Rice. Bernardo Silva. Gehi. Kusenov. Nachis Nunes. Semenyo. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Gabriel. That's really well manoeuvred. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Gehi. Saka. Eze. He's being urged to shoot. And the ball's come loose here. Ball's gone out of play. And here's Eze. Saka. Oh, good spread. O'Reilly, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Gabriel. Out to the left it goes. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Eze. He's got to be in here! It's a loose ball. He is just caressing the ball. O'Reilly getting this one clear. Timber. Rice, now here's the delivery. Arsenal have got it back and they'll have another go. Martinelli. Martinelli, played out towards the right wing. Cherki. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, long ball upfield. Out to the right, clipped into space. That's going to go a long way. Now it's Saka. Saka, back when it goes. Capier. O'Reilly can get it clear. And that's a throw. And here's Saka, and it's Eze. Rice. Saka, played out to the right. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Eze. Out of play for a goal kick. Nunes. Kusanov. Eze. And the shot's on. Tries a shot! Tries to get it clear. Ball is over the line. And that has been cleared. And here's Saka. Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Bernardo Silva. Kusanov. Rodri. Kusanov. Rodri. And it's Eze. And he's picked out the run. Now it's Haaland. Aim forwards. Now it's he's having a shot! Oh, taken with style! And they get themselves in front!
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Moved on forwards. Capier. Saka. Rice. Rice played out towards the right wing. Semenyo. Done delicately. Saliba with the clearance. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Saliba, it's a lovely, neat pass. Yehi cuts it out. Nunes. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Nunes, good-looking ball. Saliba, that's really well manoeuvred. Nkapie, forwards and with intent. Natchez Nunes. Semenyo, and he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Defending of the desperate variety. That's really well cleared. And they've got a throw. Eze. Kusanov cuts out the pass. O'Reilly. Rodri. And it's Nunez. Semenyo. And here's... And the shot! Oh, this looks sharp. Kusanov is there, and he can get that clear.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Natchez Nunes. Semenyo. Keeper's dealt with that. Eze, and it's played forward. O'Reilly. Doku. That's good play. O'Reilly. Oh, nice touch. Natchez Nunes. Played back in. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Semenyo. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And nicely intercepted. Cherki. Kusanov. Natchez Nunes. Semenyo. Natchez Nunes. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Long ball looking to counter. has a look. Chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Up he goes! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Rodri. Cherki. This might spell danger. Incapuyi. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Cherki. Now it's Doku. Bernardo Silva spread out to the left. O'Reilly's cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Doku wins the duel this time. Cherki. It's Cherki! And for a moment, time stood still. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And the game has already resumed here. Incapié, and he's gone backward here. Takes a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's Eze. Eze. Over to the left. Showing good feet. Incapié has got himself a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
They've played it short. Saka. Eze. Oh, that's a fine challenge. And he's there to get it away. Martinelli. Saka. Rice. Saka. Martinelli. And here's Saka. Martinelli! That was superb goalkeeping.
Martinelli clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Subimendi. Incapuyi. Saliba. Saka. Eze. Oh, good spread. Danger averted for now. gone for a throw-in. And here's Saka. Saka. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Doku tries a cross. Kapuyi. Aim forwards. Kusanov gets over and intercepts. Bernardo Silva. Semenyo. Semenyo hurtling down that right flank. Cleared without complication. Saka. Kapuyi. Nkapie, gently done. Yehi. Kusanov. Rodri. Yehi shifted upfield. Bernardo Silva. Doku. O'Reilly. Yehi. Kusanov. Rodri, aim forwards. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly. O'Reilly running with the ball. Doku puts the ball in. Gabriel getting this one clear. Eze. And that could set him on his way. Saka. He's in a good position here. And he shoots! It's in! The second half sparked straight into life.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Rodri. Cherki moved on forwards.
Really don't seem to be so eager about their pressing just now.
Well, certainly compared to what we saw from them earlier in the game.
Well, I suspect it's a case of searching for a more defensive balance now, Peter.
Semenyo.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Semenyo, and that's aimed into... And the shot! Big moment! Massive goal! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That's really well manoeuvred. Semenyo. Great defending, strong and determined. Incapuyi. Martinelli. Semenyo. Cherki. Semenyo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nice physical challenge. Cherki. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Saliba. Saliba, gently done. Cherki. Now that's well seen too. Martinelli. That's a throw. That's very neat. Can he deliver? And a chance! And it's Rice. Rice chips it through. Saka, shot a goal! O'Reilly attempts a clearance. And it's hoisted clear.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Martinelli laid out to the left flank, turns and goes back. Martinelli spread out to the left. Good take, shoots! He scored! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
This is quite a battle.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And it's played forward. Gabriel can get it clear. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Cherki tries to get it clear. And here's Doku. That is lovely. Gabriel tries to clear. Out to the left it goes. Very nicely done. O'Reilly. Oh, it's played into the area. Rice. Zubimendi forwards and with intent. Saka. Timber. Saka. And here's Eze. Saka. That has been knocked clear. Martinelli. In by Martinelli. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Great run on the overlap here. Hit into the middle. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Gehi. Haaland under intense pressure.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
That's really well manoeuvred. Zubimendi. Well played. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And here's Martinelli. And it's Eze. Eze. Eze proves just a little bit too strong. Zubimendi. Martinelli. Out to the right. Saliba. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Sets the throw, that's well read. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Saliba shifted upfield. Now it's Eze. Over to the left. Capier. Martinelli. It's run loose here. Oh, that's neat. Zubimendi. Rice. Rodri. Foden. Searching passes played there. Rodri, gently done. Lovely bit of skill. Cherki. And here's Haaland.
Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rice. Cherki. Gabriel, aim forwards. Now it's Foden. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Decent chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Rice. Moved on forwards. And that's been won straight back, and it's played forward. Real chance! And yet another chance goes to waste.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Cherki. O'Reilly. That's a look and plays it forward. Cleared away. Kusanov have it back and can go again. Gehi. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly. Doku. Timber does really well to win the ball there. That is a great pick out. Now it's Eze. Oh, sweet feet. Bernardo Silva wins the duel this time. Haaland. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Subimendi. Foden. Rodri. Foden. Martinelli. And reclaimed it in a trice. Gehi. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Matheus Nunes. That's really well manoeuvred. Referee's given a throw. Foden. Now it's Nunes.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Arsenal getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Martinelli. And it's Eze. And he's lost his man here. Oh, it's come loose.
Arsenal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Matheus Nunes. Muscular approach does pay off here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Cherki. Haaland. And it's Eze. Now it's Martinelli. Capier.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Cherki. O'Reilly, gently done. Doku. O'Reilly. O'Reilly going full tilt down the left.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And here's Doku. Nice control. That is a brilliant interception.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Martinelli, and it's lofted through here.
Arsenal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Natchez Nunes. They'll have one final crack at it. Foden looking to get on the end of this. Saliba can get it clear. Eze.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Doku, it's a sharp pass. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Foden. That's tidy. Definitely away. And here's Doku. Bernardo Silva. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Taken. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he cuts out the supply. Bernardo Silva. Doku.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Been clubbed away. Rice. And it's Timber. Now it's Saka. And he's heaved it away. Saliba have it back and can go again. That has been cut short.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Saliba. Saka. Timber shifted upfield. Great chance! He can get that clear. Eze. Rice. He's had a shot! Natchez Nunes. Foden. Cherki. It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes. And here's Foden. Bernardo Silva. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Chance to deliver. Firmly met.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And here's Doku. And it's O'Reilly. Cherki!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
And that has been cleared. And a play for a throw. Cherki. Well read. And the danger is averted.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's a delicate pass. Calafiori opts to play it back. Rice. And he welcomes it in. Martinelli! Moved on forwards.
Look, their supporters must be going barmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
Aim forwards. Haaland. Martinelli. Rice. Calafiori. Final seconds, this has to be it. Timber. Martinelli. Rice. And here's Eze. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. He's gone for it! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. And now he has two. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Arsenal complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly. And it's O'Reilly. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your final thoughts, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win. And I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
So